3, 2, 1, go. Alright, welcome back to part 2. So basically, he's looking pretty good. All we need to do is add some details, some colors. I'm going to go ahead and turn post-process off. Okay. And we'll leave the lights on. The light looks pretty good, so we'll just leave it on. Alright, so what do I want to do next? I do like adding some sort of lip over the eye or eyelid. So let's try clay. Symmetry's on because we're on the head and we want to match this side with this side. Let's see how it looks. I love that little detail. I think it looks great. Maybe we can add one on the bottom too, even if it's just light. It just adds to it, you know, it just adds to it. Okay, so I like that. Let's turn the environment on. That's one thing I didn't do in the last video, was turn the environment on. I'm going to make it a little bit brighter just so we can see a bit better. I want to add some teeth inside the mouth. So we'll go ahead and add, we'll probably do spheres. Okay, I'm just going to rename this teeth. Okay, we'll move the sphere up. Shrink it. Not sure how I want to make the teeth. I feel like he would have those really creepy, like, uniform teeth. Maybe it's easier to do it out here. So I'm going to flatten it this way. Mirror it. We'll validate it. It'll still be mirrored. I think I want to take drag. I feel like he would have, wait, let's see. Wait a minute. So we're on the teeth. Okay, move. So let's do local. So instead of it being in the center, it's just going to focus on this one tooth. So that's more what I wanted to do. I didn't want to work with both teeth, just one. I think I like that. Okay, so we'll slide this in, and I think they would be smaller. Something like that. And maybe I'll just put them a little bit closer to the edge so they get a little bit more light. So we have the two, or we can always clone it and then move them a little bit together and just have it's always good to rotate them a little bit to maintain that curvature of the lip. Even these we can sort of rotate a little bit. Oh, I think that's great. I know I get like super excited about these little things. I'm gonna take these and validate and just call them teeth. I like that. So I'll hit a quick save. And I think I might want to add a tongue in there. So we'll just use a sphere. We'll call it tongue. We'll validate it. We'll move it up. And this is going to be pretty much deep inside the mouth, so it doesn't have to be anything too crazy. It's really simple. we might be able to hit X-ray. You can see a little bit better where it's going, how deep it is. Excuse me. But I think that works. Make it a little flatter. Maybe we'll push it down a little bit. Maybe give it a little bit of a bend. I think we'll stick to something like that. I'm going to go ahead and color it. We'll leave the teeth white for now. Another detail I like to add is we'll add more spheres. We'll tap the little hidden gizmo. We'll move it up. I like to add eye dots. So these are just little kind of details. Animals usually have like a patch of different color, like a kind of a different color right in this area, especially like lions and things like that. So I like to kind of mimic that. So I'll flatten it, lay it back. This can be much smaller. Stretch it a little bit, and I just want to flatten it to the body. So I'm going to validate these, and then I'm going to take drag and kind of figure out a nice shape for it. Actually, you know what I want to do? I think I want to try something a little different, so I'm going to clone it and move one over and make it thin. And then I'll take drag, maybe a little bit bigger. I'll take this one, and I think I want to drag this down. Do I want it this way or do I want it the other way? I don't mind this way. I'll take this one, and I kind of want to blend them together. Just something a little different. Let's go ahead and we'll take these, we'll validate them all, and we'll voxel remesh them together. I'm going to do a quick save, only because I like to save before I voxel remesh. Nothing crazy, maybe like 150. Color. And I'll just smooth and just see what we get. I think it's kind of interesting. Might even take flatten. Just flatten a little bit so it's not so raised. Smooth everything again. And I just want to make sure that everything is kind of evenly above the surface. Try move. Sometimes you have to kind of figure out how to get the smoothest. That could be interesting. I think that looks nicer. See how this is raised a little bit more? I kind of want to push that down some. I like those little details. I love those little details, actually. All right, so the only other thing for the eyes, let's rename this eye dots. I don't know why I separated it. So I want to add another sphere for the pupils, which will be P1. So let's go ahead and bring this up, forward. I just want to figure out the one eye first. So this would be easy if I was just going to do a spherical eye, but I don't think I'm going to do that. That would be the spherical eye, but it's not that exciting at all. So I think I want to do something like this, but maybe something a little bit more deep sea. So that's pretty cool. Something like that is pretty awesome. But, so let's validate this one side and let's see what we can do. So maybe we want to take drag. I want to try to find, okay, show line. Let me just solo this. I don't see the lines, so I want to try to see the lines. Let's do local. There we go. Local works. Now I can see the red line. So that's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to see. So I'm going to take solo off and maybe use drag and see what happens if we drag the middle together. Let's turn off stroke painting. Okay, so now we can do the opposite, maybe here. Pull this out a bit. Let's see what that looks like. It's kind of cool. It's kind of interesting. Let's voxel remesh it together, maybe around 170 or so, just so we can smooth it out. And it maintains that shape. It's kind of cool. And take drag and sort of, I just want to flatten it up against the eye a little bit. That's kind of cool. I like it. Let's also take drag and my only problem with it is it feels a little small. Also, I want to try, if I use move and I take symmetry off, I want to see what happens if I can bend it. Okay, so I do like that, but I don't feel like it's right. It looks a bit too small, and so let's go back to even just this is cool. And again, there's also having it like this. But I think that looks the best. Let's experiment. Do I want to experiment? I think I like this. Let's call this P1. Let's mirror it. I love it. Okay, so we have to deal with the hands. The body and the legs. So do I want to... This all looks good. I need to make this a little bit bigger, I think. Okay, so let's think about this logically. Let's take drag actually, and drag these fingers to up to the hand. I hope that wasn't a mosquito I just saw. Excuse me. Okay, I'm gonna take move and sort of move this up a little bit so it's away from the toe, so it's not too much on the toe. So that looks good. This is pretty much touching, so I don't think I have to do much to this one, but this needs to be dragged over. So these two need to be dragged a little bit. Thumb looks pretty good. Looks great. And the other question is, do I want to do any anatomy on... So if I was drawing, this would actually be... There would be a crease like this. So this would actually be the bicep here. The bicep would come down. Yeah, and I think there would be another muscle here. And then one would come here. It actually looks pretty good, but I think I need to just voxel remesh the arms. So I think I'm going to take the right arm and the left arm. Let's do a quick save. I like them a lot. I'm just going to voxel remesh them together at like 250. Okay, so when this happens, I'm going to undo. I'm going to join them all. And then we're going to go, where is it? Multi-res, subdivide. So now I'm going to do the same thing. voxel remesh, and there shouldn't be those lines because we subdivided, so they were more dense to begin with. So we'll smooth. We don't need symmetry because it's no longer symmetrical. So here's the, let's just call these arms. And now we can just smooth the fingers. Smooth the arm a little bit. Looks good. Oops. Way out of bounds. Looks great. So now that where's crease? I have to turn my fan on behind me. It's getting a little warm. Okay, so what I was doing before, so this would be the bicep here. Whoops. Something like that. And then this muscle would kind of come off and come down. There's a muscle that would come off and come down around the hand. And there would be another muscle sort of like that. Forearms are too big for conventional I guess it doesn't really need to be that muscular because I don't really need it. It doesn't really need it to me. I kind of like that his arms are just kind of these weird type things. Maybe I'll add an elbow. Excuse me. Maybe I'll add an elbows. We'll add in some elbows. Maybe we'll add some clay. Maybe we'll add a little tricep. So we'll give him a little tricep maybe. We'll kind of smooth that in there. It's really just the illusion of anatomy, because I don't really want to do too much anatomy, clearly. So we'll do a little more of this muscle here, which sort of shows the bicep. And we'll take clay and we'll do a little bit of a tricep here. And we need to smooth that out. Okay, that looks good. I feel like this needs to be like some sort of saucer or something. Okay, so everything looks good. I might want to just merge the body. There's some things I want to merge. I don't want this to get put together. So I gotta watch that. I don't want this either. So I might need to take this and just move it up for now. Same with this one. I can always move it back a little bit, but I want to move it up for now because I think I want to voxel remesh the legs and stuff. So where are the legs? So I'm just going to join. Grab all those and join. Oh, the toes too. The cylinder I have to join with the body. Where are these toes? So here's the toes. We want to join those. We'll join those. We'll join these two together. These legs. The body. The only thing, I don't think I'm going to paint him too crazy. I'm just thinking, let's do the legs. Let's do the legs first. The legs and the toes are okay. Okay, so I think those are good. I'll do a quick save and then I'm going to voxel remesh those together around 250. Okay, so we should be able to just smooth all this. No symmetry, they're not symmetrical. Okay, so we'll smooth these kneecaps. Smooth his big calf muscles. It's fine. We'll smooth his little toes. Beautiful. Okay, so that's good. I'm gonna go ahead and take trim. And I'm gonna trim off right towards the bottom. I just want to trim that off for now. I do want to for some reason I want to add, why does this not look smooth? I want to add some sort of detail here. On the forearms. I'm not sure what. You know, that might be better to just add some sort of texture. That might be better. I'm going to take crease and I want to do that same crease that I did for the other arm. Just want to do it here. Just smooth it out a little bit, but just give a little inkling of some sort of anatomy going on. But mostly you can cheat it, you know? I'm going to take pinch. I want to pinch the bottom of these kneecaps. Just pinch a nice, like, I don't know why, just feels nice. Also the body crease. So let's see if we want to add, well, let's take it, I think we can leave it on symmetry, but maybe change it to local. So that should maintain that local symmetry. So let's see if it does. Oh yeah, it does. So we can add a little detail and then smooth it, and we can just see how it looks. Might look a little bit better with the details a little bit more smoothed. I think I like that. You can take inflate, and you can even those little like bands that are back here. I was saying that came out pretty good. They're very difficult. Those are very difficult to do. If you've ever tried to do them, then you know that they're very difficult to get right. But I kind of like that. I'm also going to take crease, and we're going to add a little detail to the leg. Just a little, again, like a little bit of anatomy, just enough so that it feels like you know what you're doing. Just a smidge is all it takes a lot of times. Even on the arms, you can just add like crease. Just add a little crease action. And then just smooth it out. Anyway, I don't know why sometimes I start talking real low like. All right. I think that looks pretty interesting, which is really all that I wanted. I just wanted something interesting. Let's add, and I start getting crazy. It's like, I really do. Mirror these. I'm going to validate them, I'm going to color them, and then I'm going to take drag. I'm going to go back to local so I can adjust these things a little bit better. I want, yeah. Let's smooth them out. Let's make them a little smaller. I kind of like them. I kind of want to add a tube. I don't know why, I just want to add something here. I want to do the same thing. So uncheck those. I think this can be 4. This can be 4. I don't know if that's right. post subdivision to 2, maybe even 3. 2 is probably good though. Do the radius so that I can adjust this. I kind of like it, but maybe it's at the wrong spot. I like that. Let's do paint. Let's see how it looks. Arm goo. Let's clone it. And we need to match it on this side as well. So we'll just kind of move it move it to the other side. Just like another, there's like a weird little detail, you know? I'm gonna validate them because I like them. Arm goo, I'll join together. And I'll probably wind up, I'll leave them separate for now, but I'll probably wind up putting it together. I like it. Okay, so next, let's add a square. I just want to imagine that the floor is wider. I just want to see how the hands look, and they actually don't look too bad at all. So that's good. Okay, so I'm gonna delete this box. Take this and make it a little wider. And let's bring our grid back, and oh, it's a little high. So we'll lower it a little bit. And then the only thing that I might want to do is let's use X-ray so we can see how much is underneath. And I'll just push that up a little bit. I really apologize for my voice. I might just talk less. It's always nice to have things like this flat. If you have fingers, it matters if they're flat underneath. Whoops. Because if they should be. Why does it move everything? Oh, maybe that's just a shadow. Yeah, I think that's just a shadow. I was wondering why the other fingers were moving, but it's just a shadow. Okay, that's better. So the fingers are still below, but they're not as far below now. turn X-ray off. So that's good. Ooh, actually it's a bit high. I don't know how I miscalculated that. They're all look a little high now. Well, that's good. Let's bring this whole thing down to the ground. Perfect. All right, we'll do a quick save. All right, so do we want to do some terrain here? Like some, I don't know, I'm usually not that great at doing terrain, unfortunately. Oh, I'm on symmetry, aren't I? Just something simple, you know. I just want to do some simple, just some simple stuff. Simple little terrain change, but I don't want it to affect my fingers that I work so hard on. Okay, maybe we can add some rocks or something at a later point. We'll add some grass and flowers and stuff in Blender. But for now, I think this looks pretty good. Oh, you know what I can add? Let's add to scene. Do I have them here? No, wait. Import. On my iPad, Nomad. On my iPad. Ooh, butter. Mushrooms. I hope these are the right mushrooms. Add to scene. It's my mushrooms. I always add these mushrooms in. You should know now I love these mushrooms. I worked hard on these mushrooms, but I get to use them a lot. See, now we just have some mushrooms. I probably have some other plants too, but that's okay. All right, so we'll hit save. So the only other thing that I want to do I want to voxel remesh all these parts together? That's the tricky part. Maybe the neck, the body. So the neck, I'm going to go ahead and subdivide it. So the neck, the body, the arms, the arm goo. What is this? Oh, this is leg. Is that both legs? Let's check. Boom, boom. Arms, legs. And I have the neck. Okay, so that's good. Let's do a quick save just in case. And then let's voxel remesh this together. We'll do 279. We don't want to lose any detail. Although it looks like we lost a little bit in the legs. Smooth. But overall it looks pretty good. Oh, you know what we should do though? We should change it from, I should have done this earlier. I should have put it back to opaque. It's easier to see the mesh in opaque. It looks better when you render it in, smooth all this out. It looks better with subsurface. Oh, the grid. I hate when I forget to turn the grid off. I hate. I need to lighten up. I didn't give him a little butt. Everyone loves the butts. Smooth this out a little bit. Not too much so it doesn't disappear on me. Smooth out this little connection. The neck looks good. Smooth out these little connections so it looks nice and natural. This looks good. I hate that little space in the middle though. That really bugs me. I don't think there's anything I can do about it. I might be able to do crease down the middle. Okay. That actually helped a little bit. I feel a little bit better about it. I think I might want to print this, so I'm thinking about any issues from printing. The only issue, if I hide this, if I hide the floor, and I take trim, let's bring the grid back, and I trim, I want to trim everything a little bit below that red line. And that did not work. That was the background. I want to be on the body. So everything a little bit below that black line. So now it looks nice and clean. We turn the grid back off and we'll bring back the floor. Shouldn't make much of a difference. Shouldn't be able to see anything. Looks good. I think this would stand. All right, let's play around with some colors. I also don't know if I want to give him some eyelashes. I don't really think he needs them, but it's just so hard for me not to. It's so hard to not do eyelashes. Wait, is this, no. Let me focus this. Almost started working without this thing being focused. That is my worst case scenario. Then I have a video where it goes in and out. So let's just bring this line across. We'll add these nodes. Like this. Maybe we'll add. So, boom. And we'll make this one smaller. Oh, you know what? Let's do snap. That way they snap to the surface instead of being sucked inside the mesh. Okay. So that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and let's do radius again. We'll add another little node here. Make this bigger. Make this bigger. Make this small. You know I like to do that little flippy flip at the end. We'll make this small. And we'll bury this right in the crease of the eye. Might need to add another one. Oop, let's take it off of snap so that it actually goes in the eye. In the mesh, I mean. Okay, so now we have a smooth thing like that. Let's try profile. I I feel like it usually looks good with profile, usually looks better. Maybe we can make this a little smaller even. Make that a little sharper. I think that looks amazing. So I'm gonna mirror that, validate it, and let's just change the color so it doesn't stand out and look too crazy. I love it. So let's save. And let's, didn't I save as, let's save as this one. I'm gonna rename this. This will be Aqua Color. I don't even know what color I want to make it. So if I'm going to color, then I'm going to turn on post-process. And I probably want to turn down the environment or off. Turn it down. It looks a little bit better off. It just looks so moody off. It looks good. So let's turn this back to, actually, let's leave it. No, I want it to be subsurface though. I love me some subsurface. Is the head subsurface? It is. Are the teeth? No. Okay. Another thing that I do often, and this is only if you have, if you're on iOS, you can buy the quad remesher, and I'll just show you briefly what that does. We'll do it with the eye, it's easier to see. So right now, we have the eyes. I'm going to turn symmetry off, and I'm going to show you the wireframe. So here's the wireframe of the eye. So that's a lot for this shape. What I mean by a lot is, let's put this to 2300 instead of 6000. We'll hit OK. We'll hit remesh. And see, the shape pretty much stayed the same, but now this is more uniform. So let's change this to 1500. We'll remesh it. Shape pretty much stayed the same, but it's they're just better. It's just, everything is better redistributed. So the eyes are 5000. Let's turn this off and put this to 2500. Pretty much stayed the same. It's a little less sharp. That's okay. The teeth are very dense. Let's just put this to 3500. Oh, and let's turn off post-process while I'm doing this. And let's turn up the environment so you can actually see what I'm doing. So we'll remesh the teeth. Okay, they look much better. They do look much better. Now the body is tricky because there's so much going on with the body, but it's 144, so maybe let's try 90 and see what it does. Oh, okay. I mean, it didn't really... Now the mesh is much lower and the body still looks pretty good. If I turn the wireframe off, I'm not sure that I can notice that it's different. If I undo it... Okay, so I do lose a little detail there. So I'll just leave it, but it does make it way more efficient to do the voxel remesh. Even if it's just, I'll turn the wireframe back on, even if it's just 125. Okay, we remesh. Okay, we'll turn the wireframe off. Okay, let's see. So it's a little bit less, but I'm going to keep it because the wireframe is going to look way more cleaner than it did before. Okay, these things actually look pretty good. I think I'm just going to, oh, they're already joined. I'm just going to join them together. Antennae tubes will validate. P1 will validate. What is this mirror? Oh, this is like, we'll validate this. This is like antennae floats or gloats, that's fine. Antennae floats, these can definitely be smaller, so I'm going to bring this to 2500. Turn symmetry off. Much cleaner. Everything else is pretty clean. These, let's remesh this. Much cleaner. All right. Everything looks good. Let's see if we can make this a little smaller, maybe like 5,000. I think that's fine. So we'll do a quick save, we'll hit view, looks good. So now that we have that done, we can try and color him. So the head and, oh, the head is quite large. We'll leave it for now. Body. What are these? Oh, these are the eyelashes, so we'll validate those. These are the lashes. Okay. Antennae, eyes. We'll validate these. Eye whites. Let's name these IP1. We'll just name these eyelashes. These are the mushrooms. Okay, so let's save this now. So the eyes and the body, what color do we want to make them? Let me turn post-process back on. I love this color, but I use it a lot. Maybe we'll do something like that. think it's a little lighter towards the top, maybe. It's kind of interesting. I kind of like the idea of being a little darker towards the bottom. Let's add a layer on the body. Let's turn the environment up really high so I can see what's going on. Let's solo the body. So we'll just color in the bottom. So let's see if we can smooth this. I'm going to use Smoothie. So all that is a smooth tool with 0 intensity. Oh, it smooths nice. It looks like it's smoothing pretty nice. It's exciting. I don't know how exciting, how fun it is to be able to smooth. Sometimes it doesn't smooth as well. Maybe I want to take smudge and just like smudge it up a little bit. Like, I kind of like the idea of like dark on the bottom, and then it just like gets a little bit lighter as it goes to the top. Maybe I'll smooth it out again. Smooth with 0 intensity. Like I need to, oh, not smooth. I didn't mean to do smooth. I meant to do smudge. Okay, looks good. Let's add, oh, I didn't add a layer. Oh, I hate when I do that. Really, really hate when I forget to add a layer. I could have sworn I added a layer though. I probably added it somewhere else. Okay, so we'll add a layer here. Let's take the chest and let's do a little bit lighter. And let's paint, local doesn't work anymore. That's okay. We don't need symmetry. We'll just take paint and we'll just kind of paint like a lighter area. And we'll just kind of see how it looks. It looks pretty good, actually. I'm surprised. Let's take the head, add a layer, and first we need to do a bit of a darker color. So let's take this color and then do a little bit darker, and let's darken up where it would be dark. So maybe under here. And around Can't see. Around here, let's turn post-process off so I can see a bit better. Hopefully this smooths out as well. Not as well. That's okay. Can't win them all. I didn't voxel remesh or anything this layer, so it's understandable that it's not gonna be as great. I don't think it'll help if I do the wireframe and I do quad remesh. Let me save and let's just see what quad remesh can do for this layer. So what if I make it 150K? 150,000. Okay, we'll turn symmetry off. Let's remesh it. Why is the color so weird on this? Yeah, sometimes the color gets so strange. All right, let's do view, turn the wireframe off, and just do a comparison. I don't even see a difference. So that's a success. That is a success. So let's see if this smooths now. Oh, I think it does smooth a little bit better, but I didn't have symmetry on. Does it or does it not? I think it smooths a little bit. Not great though. So let's take smudge really big and just kind of like, we'll do a manual gradient. So let's do paint. We'll add a layer and we'll drag it below. Let's call this lighter. And let's grab this color. And let's paint like the underside of the mouth, I think. So let's paint that. And I don't even mind if it's not super crisp. So I'll just smooth it there with smoothie. I love it. It would be really nice to, just got the chills. If I could paint inside the mouth. So add a layer in mouth. So this will obviously be very dark, rough. We don't want any glares in there. So let's see how deep we can actually color this. Where are the teeth? Oh, the teeth are pretty close to the edge. Okay, that's pretty good. Trying to get it a little darker in there. I don't like depending on ambient occlusion completely. Good, 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 good. So I don't think there's anything I really need to smooth, but I'll just smooth it just in case. Good. So I'll unsolo that. The tongue would obviously be some sort of purple. The eyes, we'll make them glossy, but I'm not sure what color we want them. We'll make them really dark for now. I was thinking like a yellow, but I'm actually not sure. That's kind of interesting. These, I like to do just black and rough. Here, maybe even the same color as the eyes. That would be kind of crazy. Like a glow. Ooh, maybe these things even could be that as well. If there's like some weird glow. Come on now. We are going crazy. Let's smooth this so it doesn't look so. There we go. That's why are you doing this to me? Symmetry. Antennae, symmetry. We'll just smooth these out. There we go. This looks a little strange, so we'll just use drag to make them a little bit more organic looking. And for these, we'll take these and we'll do paint, symmetry. Let's make it darker towards the base. Yeah, there we go. Got that nice smooth going. Yeah. We'll grab this color. We'll go a little darker. We'll go symmetry. Paint. This is symmetrical. We'll smooth this. Oh, that looks beautiful. We can even go a little darker in here. And then smooth that. Let's just solo it. Okay, beautiful. Easy way to do that. Okay, so for this hood, it would be kind of cool if it had a crease. So maybe we'll grab this color and make this a little bit darker. The only problem is it's really not vertical. Let's do invert and let's make it lighter and see what it looks like. I think we'll leave it for now. Although it might be cool to, let's turn off stroke painting. I wonder if it'll look cool here. Kind of like it, but I'm not sold on it. So if I'm not sold on it, then I'm gonna chill with it. So for these teeth, I like them, but they're very, very white. And although I can change it in Blender, what if I make them a little off-white, and then a little bit more off-white, but I add a layer. Let's do X-ray. No, I can't see where the line is. We just paint him a little bit dirty. Maybe a little darker even. And then we use smoothie. Okay. I like it. I think it looks good. I think it looks real good. Let's add another layer here and maybe do this darker. I think that's just too much. I like it. I was trying to think of like, if that would be cool as like some sort of like gills type thing. It actually looks pretty good, adding this detail to the body with the darker crease. Okay. Nice little details. You can kind of smooth them a little bit. So this is a great way to kind of cheat a little bit of depth, and it goes a long way, I think. And last but not least, if you want to add some extra detail, so for example, we'll add another layer to the body. You can always turn on dynamic topology. So let's say we want to paint with say we want to paint with a darker color. We go to, where is it? Here, dynamic topology, we turn it on. So dynamic topology is on. Radius here. Now this will increase the scene vertices, unfortunately. But it's great if you want to add some details in. You can get really clean details if you wanted them. The head will probably look better because there's actual symmetry. Oh, wait a minute, I didn't turn it on for the head. Turn it off because I don't need it for the inside. And also we can erase to really get it crispy. Turn it back on. Okay. So let's do dynamic topology back for the body. I kind of want to do like a tattoo on him. But I guess that wouldn't really make too much sense. Oh, I guess he can have some sort of tattoo. Like maybe he has I want a triangle. Oh, you know what? I'm going to chill with that, and I'll just make this lighter at the tip and call it a day. Let's turn dynamic topology off. I'll make this lighter at the tip, just as like a little interesting detail. Maybe a little bit there too. Smooth it all out. We'll go a little darker. Okay. All right, I'm pretty happy with this rascal. Who am I kidding? These should be... some shade of purple. Let me make sure everything is... Oh, it's not on. Butt monkey. Let's take this. Let's do subsurface. Everything's good. Everything is good. Eyelashes. Dots. You can clone it and then do additive. Always unlit. Nice glow. Oh, but it doesn't show anyway, so I'm gonna get rid of it. That's fine. I'll get rid of it. Alright, there he is. So I think after this, I'll just bring him over into Blender. And then I'll commence to editing this down into 1 minute and 25 seconds or so. But I absolutely love this character. It's so fun to just doodle, and I appreciate you guys coming and hanging out with me. Hopefully you learned something. Let me know in the comments, and if you create this character, then please post it on my Facebook group, 3D Sculpt and Chill. You can just find me on Facebook and you can post it. Keep drawing, keep sculpting, or Instagram or anything, just tag me. Keep drawing, keep sculpting. I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Be sure to like and subscribe. And if you want to go more in depth, then definitely check out my Skillshare classes where I am a top teacher. I have about 50 classes, both Procreate and Nomad Sculpt. I also have a few classes on Udemy, so if you want to learn more, or you just like my style, you like the way I teach, you want to support me, those are some other places that you can do it. Thanks again, keep drawing, keep sculpting. I'll see you all in the next video.